Frankie here. The other day I got an email from a viewer, and they were asking me what I thought about a decision they were making. They were trying to decide whether or not to buy a Colt Cobra, the 6-shot 38 special revolver made by Colt. And they said they couldn't decide whether they wanted to get this or should they just get a King Cobra. Now, this King Cobra is a little large when you compare it to this one. You can't actually compare them directly because the barrel's longer. And I don't have a shorter barrel King Cobra, but what I do have is a Colt Magnum carry, which is the same thing as the Colt King Cobra carry, except that it has a fixed front sight. Just imagine this gun had an interchangeable front sight. And I'll show you why you should never buy the Cobra if you have the option to buy the King Cobra. Let's look at both guns side by side and I'll back up what I just said. First thing you're going to want to do is compare the size. Does one gun have a size advantage? Specifically, is the 38 Special smaller or lighter and therefore easier to carry? Well, when you measure these two guns, that's not the case. They are exactly the same size as far as the cylinders go, same length, same diameter. They're the same length and diameter from the front of the barrel to the back of the hammer, same height, same thickness, same everything. They're identical. The only difference is that this gun, the smaller 38 Special, which isn't actually physically smaller, has a little bit of a smaller barrel in diameter at the end because it has kind of this bulbed out feature here at the back, but otherwise it's very much the same. So there's no advantage to it size-wise. How about weight? Is the 38 Special lighter? Well, in this case, no. They're pretty much exactly the same weight too, so no difference there. How about capacity? Well, since they're both the same diameter, the 38 Special and the 357 Magnum, pretty much identical in diameter, there's no real difference there either. They're both 6 shots. So 6 shots of 38 Special plus P versus 6 shots of 357 Magnum. The only big difference there is you can only shoot 38 Special in the Cobra. You can shoot 357 Magnum and 38 Special in the King Cobra. So right there you can see there's no reason to settle and get the 38 Special. Well, how about performance though? Does one gun perform better than the other? Well, the 38 Special, since it is the same weight as the 357 Magnum, will appear to have less felt recoil because you're shooting a less powerful round. But remember, you can shoot that round in the King Cobra or the Magnum carry also. So no advantage there either. In fact, there's a disadvantage to the Cobra because you can't shoot 357 Magnum in it when you're carrying for defense. So power-wise, the 357 Magnum has it every way you look at it. No advantage for the Cobra there. Now there is one more aspect of performance we can look at, trigger pull. Does one of them have better trigger pull? Well, they use the same mechanism. So no, they do not have different trigger pulls. They're the same. These guns feel exactly the same in your hand in almost every way. And as far as accessories are concerned, there's no advantage there for either one of them because if you actually have the King Cobra carry, which has the replaceable front sight, it's the same front sight as the Cobra. And as you can see here, they take the same grips, so there's no advantage for either one of them when it comes to that category. So you might as well go with the one that wins the other categories. And I think it's clear here that in every category you can think of, the King Cobra wins. All right, now let's look at the last factor I think you should consider when you're talking about your carry gun. But the first factor a lot of people consider because of reasons that are out of their control, and that's price. You would think the 38 Special would be cheaper, but these have the exact same MSRP. They're identical MSRPs. So absolutely no advantage for either gun there. In fact, you're getting more gun for the same price with the King Cobra, so the King Cobra wins that category even though they're the same price. Now this is a little unfair to the Cobra because the Cobra is an all-metal gun. It isn't a lightweight alloy gun. If it was a lightweight alloy gun, if you were comparing the alloy version of this gun to this gun, well then there'd be a difference here. It would be lighter and be easier to carry. Would that be enough of a difference to make me choose it? No, it wouldn't. Because like with most 357 Magnum revolvers and 38 Special revolvers, you can get lighter, easier to carry 38 Specials, but you can always find a 357 Magnum that's just as light, that gives you more power and still does everything the 38 Special does. It's just a tiny bit more expensive in some cases, but when you're comparing these two particular guns, like I said, even that's not a factor. So as you can see, when you're comparing the King Cobra to the Cobra, unless you like that little spare tire, love-handly looking thing on the barrel, there's just no reason to get the Cobra. It's not lighter, it doesn't cost less, it's just less powerful. In this case, the King Cobra is everything the Cobra is and more, and it costs the same, it weighs the same. It just doesn't make any sense to ever buy the Cobra. Just get the King Cobra and you can shoot 38 special through it if you're a small child or female. Ow. God damn it. Not the first time I've done that, and probably won't be the last.